Do you ever wonder if there is one school subject that could potentially save a child's life if they fell out of a boat or got into trouble at the beach? Are you aware of some of the consequences that result in the government's forever changing policies? Well, here I am today, ladies and gentlemen, to talk to you about the importance of children being provided with swimming education and some of the effects caused by the government funding cuts of school pools. First of all, there's no doubt that all children need to learn how to swim. It's such an important skill for anybody to have, especially in these coastal areas. It may be what saves their life from everyday scenarios, but should it be the responsibility of schools to teach children to survive situations like these? In a school situation with a swimming instructor, a child is more likely to learn how to swim than by having a fun swim at the local pools with its family. This is because it is learning the correct techniques, swimming specific distances, having quality one-on-one time with the instructor, and being more competitive around its school peers, not just floating aimlessly in a spa bath, supposedly raising its confidence in the water. This brings me to my next point. Just because a child may be confident enough to dog paddle one length of the inside heated pool doesn't mean that they can survive anything the sea has to offer. Tests done by Water Safety New Zealand in 2012 showed that only 1/5 of Year 7 to 8 students could swim 200 metres, and only 1/4 of all New Zealand students could swim 25 metres. I bet more than 1/4 of the students in the Whakatane area swim in the ocean and Biscuit on Lake Rotomar regularly. Other tests also showed that 123 people drowned last year. That's 41% more than 2010. Coincidentally, that same year, 30% of schools' pools were shut down due to government funding cuts. Every year, the government spends $57.4 billion. $12.4 billion of this goes towards education, and $6.5 billion goes towards government expenses, such as airfares, hosting conferences, coffee and biscuits, stuff like that. Maybe if the government put more money aside for education and cut back on its piggish politicians' big fancy holidays, then maybe 900,000 kids might actually stand a chance. So the facts are stacked. In my opinion, schools need to provide swimming education. Government and schools cannot rely on parents to teach their kids to swim. And if the schools can't get enough funding to maintain a school pool, then it should be the responsibility of the government to provide the school with enough money to take their students down to the local aquatic centre. So if you don't want 173 more lives lost this year and 1,243 by 2015, then maybe you and the government should ask yourself the same question.